The text from my mother came at 6:42 a.m., just as the sky outside our bedroom window was turning gray. Please don't come to the family reunion this year. It's better this way. No explanation. No emoji. No we'll talk later. Just that. I stared at the screen, my thumb hovering, my chest tightening as if the air had been quietly sucked out of the room. For a moment, I thought it had to be a mistake. Maybe she meant don't come early or don't bring anything. My parents weren't the type to mince words, but they also weren't cruel. Behind me, my wife, Sarah, shifted under the blanket. Who is it? She mumbled, half asleep. My mom, I said, forcing my voice to stay even. She says, they don't want me at the reunion. Sarah sat up too quickly. What? Why? I don't know. That was the first crack. Small. Almost invisible. But once it formed, everything else started leaking through. I replied okay, because what else do you say when your own parents tell you not to show up? The word looked pathetic on the screen, like a white flag I hadn't meant to wave. The reunion went on without me. Sarah said she'd stay home too, said it wouldn't feel right going without me. I believed her. I wanted to believe her. That's what marriage does. It trains you to choose trust even when something feels off. But the days that followed felt wrong in a way I couldn't name. My parents stopped calling. My sister, who usually texted me memes and gossip, went quiet. When I tried reaching out, I got polite, clipped responses. Busy. Later. Everything's fine. Everything was not fine. Sarah became careful. Not distant exactly, just guarded. Her phone was always face down. She stepped out to take calls, laughing softly in the hallway, lowering her voice when I walked by. When I asked who it was, she'd say, "Oh, just your cousin. Or your mom wanted to check on you." That should have reassured me. Instead, it made my stomach twist. One night, while we were brushing our teeth, I caught her watching me in the mirror. Not lovingly. Measuring. Like she was deciding something. What? I asked. Nothing, she said quickly, smiling. Too quickly. I started replaying memories I hadn't questioned before. How she'd insisted we arrive separately to my parents' house the last time. How she'd volunteered to help my dad with the grill, disappearing into the backyard with him for almost an hour. How my mom's hugs had felt stiff lately, her eyes avoiding mine. I told myself I was paranoid. That stress does weird things. That betrayal doesn't announce itself. It sneaks in disguised as coincidence. The proof came accidentally, the way these things usually do. Sarah asked me to grab her charger from her car. When I opened the center console, her phone buzzed. The screen lit up. A name I knew too well. Dad. My hand froze. The message preview glowed like a burn. I miss you. We need to talk before he finds out. My vision tunneled. My ears rang. For a second, I honestly thought I might throw up right there in the driveway. I didn't read more. I didn't need to. My body already understood what my brain was still trying to deny. I sat in the car for a long time, staring at nothing, memories rearranging themselves into something ugly and sharp. The reunion. The text. The silence. The way my mother couldn't look at me. They hadn't told me not to come because of me. They told me not to come because of them. When I finally walked back inside, Sarah was in the kitchen, humming softly, chopping onions. Domestic. Normal. My wife. And suddenly a stranger. We need to talk, I said. She knew. I saw it in the way her shoulders tensed, the knife stopping mid-air. I saw the message, I continued, my voice quieter than I expected. From my dad. She turned slowly. Her eyes filled instantly, like she'd been holding it back for weeks. I didn't want you to find out like this. The room felt too small. My heart felt too loud. How long? I asked. She sank into a chair. Since last summer. The words landed like physical blows. Last summer. Barbecues. Birthdays. Family dinners where I'd sat across from my father, laughing, trusting, completely blind. She told me it started as conversations. Then comfort. Then lines crossed she said she never intended to cross. She cried. She apologized. She said my dad felt terrible too. That my mom knew. That everyone knew. Except me. They thought it would destroy you, Sa said through tears. So they asked you not to come. Just for the reunion. They were trying to protect you. Protect me. I laughed then. A hollow, broken sound that didn't feel like it came from my body. By lying to me? By letting me sleep next to someone who was sleeping with my father. She reached for me. I stepped back. The fallout was quiet and brutal. No screaming. Just long nights of staring at the ceiling, replaying moments that now felt contaminated. Every I love you. Every smile. Every family photo. I confronted my parents a week later. My mother sobbed. My father couldn't look at me. He said he was sorry. That he'd never meant to hurt me. But intent doesn't undo damage. I moved out. Filed for divorce. Distance was the only way I could breathe again. Some days, I still miss her. Some days, I miss the version of my family I thought I had. But I'm learning that loving yourself sometimes means walking away from people who broke you, no matter who they are. The reunion came and went. I didn't attend. This time, it was my choice. And for the first time since that text lit up my phone at dawn, I finally felt something close to peace.